Hello everyone, this is John Galt speaking, here with another live stream. Wow, so this is the second live stream in 2 days. Oh, no, I'm not back. But I am going to continue on with this Lyra project, and theoretically, this should be the last stream, okay? And so I'm going to make a few decisions on whether I'm going to implement crouch or not. And I'm probably going to add a crosshair to the HUD of this. And I don't know, I might look at implementing the female variants of these animations. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. And someone asked me also in an email after yesterday's stream, they asked what was I planning on doing with this project when I get complete or more done than it is now. And the answer to that is, I really don't know. I'm just building this so that if the mood ever does hit me that I want to actually try to do something, I've got something tangible to start from and not have to, you know, think out how I'm going to make everything work as far as the animations and stuff are concerned. So when I left off in yesterday's stream, I told you guys that I had two main things that I needed to do, which was, what the hell was it? Right? It was to implement the turn in place animations for the rifle and the pistol, because all we did in yesterday's stream was the unarmed, and I had to add some things to the animations, right? I had to add that metadata, and I also had to add a distance curve, and then I also had to implement the 2D aim offsets for the pistol and the rifle. Well, I've already done that. I did that off stream, right? So you guys from yesterday's videos, you guys seen how I did that. So there was really no need to sit there and watch me do that. So I'll just go ahead and pop in here real quick. So yesterday we did the 2D aim offset for the unarmed, and I went in and implemented it for the rifle, right? So it's basically the exact same thing that we did in yesterday's stream. I just repeated it for the rifle, and we also did it. I also did it for the pistol, right? So we have this little janky turn in place animation going on here. Okay. All right. And so that's it. That's all I did. And if you guys want to see how that looks like, I will go ahead and show you guys how that worked. So in the animations, when we were creating aim offsets, when I initially did this, all I did was 1D animations, which is simply the pitch, right? So it only allows you to look up and down. And I went back and recreated the aim offsets and did 2D, right? So 2D gives you two directions. So you can look up and down and left and right. And so that's all that was. And then the turn in place animations. So if you guys remember the unarmed turn, I duplicated the original, right? So remember, right click, duplicate, and then I opened the duplicated animation and I added the is turning metadata, and I also added a distance curve. Okay, so go back and watch yesterday's stream, and you have to do that for the left and the right. So I did the exact same thing that I did for that, for the pistol and the rifle. Okay. So one thing that I want to point out here is that apparently there are different animations for the female, right? So the female animations are, I guess, right, a little bit different than the male animations. And so, you know, Unreal Engine 5, we have this male and this female now. And so I'm wondering if whether or not it would be worth going through and creating logic to allow the ability to either use the male or the female animations. Now, generally, I wouldn't do that, right? Because, you know, there's really, I don't think there's that much difference between them. Like, for example, if we were to look at the unarmed and we were to do the jog. So if we were to look at jog forward, that is the female jog forward. And if we were to open the male jog forward, right click here and say, what is it? Open a new window. Right. So that's the male and that is the female. So they look pretty close to me, honestly. You know, but I'm not an animator, right? Now I do know, obviously, the male and the female anatomies are different, obviously, but there's not very much difference to me, just by the naked eye looking at these. So I don't know. Would that be, is that worth going through the trouble of adding that or not? I don't know. I would probably be willing to say no. But since, you know, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with this project, it might be worth seeing if I can do it, right? Like, is it worth it? I don't know. So if we were to look, we've got, you know, everything that's prefixed with an MF, it's not MFer. Right, it's for mannequin female, and then MM is mannequin male. So you can see there's different aim offsets here. You got MFers for the female, and then you got MMers for the male. And then if you look at the pistol, well, you've got all the same duplicate animations for the female as you do for the male. And then, you know, also for the rifle, yeah, so there's female variants for that, and, you know, for the unarmed. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess what we could probably start out by doing is just look at the female mannequin with the current animations, right? The male variants here. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to open this master character blueprint here. And we're going to go in here and we're going to blank this out, right? Because you're supposed to make master blueprints and then you create child blueprints for, you know, changing things, right? So what we'll do is we'll just take the mesh of this blueprint here and we will clear it. Okay, so that there is no mesh in the blueprint. Everything else will leave. Then we're going to take that, we're going to right click, and we're going to say create child, and we will call this BPC for blueprint child, and we will call this Manny. And then we're going to do the same thing again, right? So we'll create another child blueprint, and this is going to be BPC, and we shall call this one Win. Okay. And then, of course, we just simply need to go into the child blueprint, and for the mesh, we will set this one to be the Manny, which is the male. And then we will open this one, and we will set this one to be yeah, that's exactly not what I'm trying to do. This will be Quinn. Okay. And compile that and save it. And then we just need to go into the game mode that I created for this project. And now, instead of spawning the master character, if you want the Manny to spawn, you set that there. And when you spawn in, you're exactly what we were a minute ago. And if you want the female to spawn, you simply set this to be Quinn. So let's see what these animations actually look like on the female character. Right, so see, they they look fine to me, but you know, there's always going to be that guy, you know, hey, how come you didn't use the female animations for the female, and why didn't you use the male for the male? And you know, this is not meant to be, you know, top-notch AAA quality here. This is just a little starter project, so that if I want to do something and it doesn't require weaponry, I have these unarmed, and if I need to do something with a rifle, I already have those animations implemented, or the pistol. Okay, so that's it, really. I mean, I'm not planning on building this into anything. So now, I guess the question now becomes this: how much trouble is it going to be to actually implement the female animations? So if we open up this character master animation blueprint, and let's just close all this stuff down, and we'll open the event graph. So this is all we did for turn and place stuff here. And if we go into the anim graph, this is where we did all this stuff. Okay. So if we come into the basic locomotion, this is where this would actually originate. And we go into the idle and turns. Let's just go into the idle. So currently what we're doing in here is we're blending by enum, and this is an enumerator that I created that basically is just a list of all the different animation sets that are in here. And so if we were to want to do the female variants of this, that means that we would have a female unarmed idle ready, and we would have a female rifle idle hip fire, and a female pistol. And then we would need a way here to change it, you know, based on whether you're a male or a female. Now, one way you could do that is that you would do a blend by bool, okay? And then in the character blueprint, you could put in a Boolean variable that's either true or false. And if it's a female, you check that to be true. And then you could set up logic in your animation blueprint here to say, okay, well, if it's a female, instead of playing the male, play the female one, right? So that's one way that you could do that. Another way that you could potentially do that, is which I'm going to look at here in just a minute, is create a child blueprint of the master animation blueprint and see if there's not some way that we can go in there and just plug in the female animations. Okay. And so, you know, there's another thing to consider too, right? Like, you know, looking into the future, trying to be a fortune teller, a prophet, if you will. So, you know, if you want to have character select in your game and you want to use this template to start from, you know, what kind of logic would be required in order to switch from a male to a female character, right? So what would you do? Would you destroy the male character blueprint and then spawn the female with all the stuff set up? Or would you like to wire it in such a way that you can hot swap it? So in other words, everything is going to be identical between the male and the female characters. The only difference would be the animation blueprint, right? So do you want to make it where you do not destroy the character master or the character blueprint? You simply change the mesh of that blueprint from a male to a female. Okay. So, you know, there's a million different ways to do everything in this engine. And so what I think I'm going to try to do, since I've never did it, is see if there isn't a way that we can create a child blueprint of this master blueprint and then just go in there and change these over to the female variants. Okay. So I've never done that. Like literally, I'm going to be doing that for the very first time right here, right now. So if we right click this and we say create child blueprint and we call this BPC, A BPC for animation blueprint child, and we call this one Manny. Okay, so that one's already set up. It's already got the male animations in it. And so if we do the same thing again, create child blueprint, and we call this one A, B, P, C, when, and let's open this up and see if there is some way that we can just change the animations from the male to the female, right? There may be. So, if we look over here, we've got some asset overrides, and if we hit this, what do we got here? Well, it looks to me like that it is in fact possible to change it, right? So if you were to, what is this? Select and use asset from content browser, right? So apparently you can do this. And so since you can do this, well, then that's exactly what we're going to try to do. Okay. Okay. So now what we need to do is open the child blueprint of the mannequin, the Manny, and for the mesh, instead of using the master, now we need to set that to ABPC Manny, right? Because that'll be the male. And then if we open the BPC Quinn and we change this over to ABPC Quinn, then whenever we update these animations in the child blueprint, it should use the female variants, right? Isn't that how that works? I don't know. We're going to find out though. Let me get me a drink here. I'm drinking a grape soda, by the way. Okay, so which character? Let me save everything here in case this blows up, which it does sometimes. All right, so we're already spawning in here as the female. So we're going to open this ABPC Quinn and we're going to start swapping out these animations, right? So in the idles and turns, we need the, oh shit, which one is it though? Right? Like that's pistol, that's rifle, that's unarmed. Wow, that's kind of hard to see, but I bet you we could probably, yeah, we could do that. We could do this here. And yeah, we'll search for some assets here. So we're going to be looking for MF idle. No, this would be unarmed idle ready. That would be it right there. So can you just drag this up here? Well, of course you can't. What if we do that? Nope, it won't do that either. So son of a bitch. That means you're going to have to well, I guess you could do this, right? Wait, why didn't it open? It says browse to unarmed idle ready. And then you can do this. Wait a minute. Open the graph that contains the node in read only. So that ain't what we want. Are you telling me that we're going to have to... Fuck. We're going to have to do this, right? Wow. Okay, so let's see if we can get the smallest window on the planet to try to do this in. So apparently we're going to have to do it this way. Shit, now I can't get to the... What am I missing here? This is janky as all hell. Is there not some other fucking way to do this? See, that's just taking you to that animation. That's not what we want. That's the button you mash after you select it in your content browser, which is not this. And that just opens the graph in read-only mode. Well, that's shit, right? I'll just tell you right now, straight up, that is shit that you have to try to fucking do it this way. Right, so this would be EMF, unarmed, idle, ready. So you mean to tell me we're going to have to do this, and then we're going to have to come over here. Come on, expand, you motherfucker. And do this, like every time. It still didn't change it. It still says MM. No, it did say it's changed. It's just called that. What is this? Oh, looky there. I think we may have found the magic button. I hope so, because that's some bullshit right there. I'll just tell you that right now. So it's not changing the name, but you can look here and see that it is actually updating it. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Where did that button go? Right, where? Oh, you just hit this. Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, so MF, rifle, idle. It would be this one, right? So, oh shit, and I just did the search in here, right? You can't do that. You have to do it here, right? So that would be MF. This is janky as all shit here, just to say that. So it's MF, rifle, idle, aim down sights. Yes, that is it. And then this will be MF, pistol, idle, aim down sights. Okay, so I guess we get to do this for every damn one of them. Let me just go see. Yeah, so there it is. So we got to go in there now and change every damn one of those animations. Okay. All right, so that's exactly what we'll do then. So let's go ahead and do this. This will take, the whole damn stream because it's so clunky to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Seems awful damn clunky to me. And we'll have to make all these aim offsets. Okay. And we will also have to update those turn animations. So we did the idles. Okay, so those are done. We can't do the turns yet until I actually update them. So let's do the walk run sequences. So this is going to be MF, pistol, jog. And you know what? I'm actually going to copy that so I don't have to fucking type that every time. So Control C to copy that. And that one is jog backwards. So that'll be that. And this will be jog forward. That'll be that. And this will be jog. Wait, that's. Wait, what? That's jog backward. That's jog forward. Why are there two jog forwards in here? And there's only 3 animations showing up here. That ain't right. Oh my goodness, look at that. You know what? I'm beginning to wonder if this is actually fucking worth doing. I mean, look at that. That can't be right. This can't be right. Okay? Like literally this can't be the way that this goes. Let me open this master blueprint again here. And let's see. What happens when you right click these? Is there a way convert to single frame animation? That's definitely not it. Can these be stored in variables maybe? Like, hold on here. Let's see. Can you create a variable? And let's just call this idle. Name already in use. Maybe let's call this jog F. And let's see, can you change this over to an animation sequence? Maybe it's not an animation sequence. Let's see here. Well, it's not that. It's not a curve data, animation state reference, bone animation. Oh no. Browser. That's not it. No. I was wondering if you could create a variable to store that shit in. And then it would make it easier to find that stuff, I believe. But it doesn't look like that's possible. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's evaluate it, right? That'll be perfect. That'll work. All right then. Well, I can say that I actually tried this and fuck this, right? Because this is just too much bullshit. I believe I'd rather just do it the other way that I talked about. So that is what we're going to do, because I don't understand this, and to me that's entirely too clunky to try to change those goddamn animations out that way. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not going to sit there and go through all that bullshit, right? I'm just not. So we are going to open back up these child blueprints, and we're going to set these back to be the master, animation master, ABP character master. And we'll do it a different way, right? Because just fuck that. Like literally, that's annoying. It's clunky and it's pissing me off. So we're not going to do it that way. Okay. There's another way. There's always another way. And now we can delete these child blueprints like that, and we will save that, and we're going to do it this way, right? So in the character master blueprint, I am going to create a simple Boolean variable called is female. Okay. And we're not going to set it. Actually, let's go ahead and we could just put in a hot switch for now. So I'm going to right click here and type keyboard G, right? We'll do the gender bender. So if we press this, actually, let's do it this way. Let's put a branch here. We'll put this one on a toggle, actually, and we will get is female. And we'll plug this up this way. And then we will set, if it's true, we're going to set it to false. And we will dupe this. And if it's false, we're going to set it to true. So we'll just put this on a toggle for now. So if it's false, set it to true, and if it's true, set it to false. And don't forget that key. It's G for gender. Okay. Then we'll go into the master animation blueprint, and in the event graph, we're going to have to monitor that. So right here where I'm doing all this crap, we will drag out of the character master reference, and we will get is female. And we will promote this to a variable like so. We will call this is female. Now we're monitoring that, and now we're just simply going to do it this way, right? So we're going to move all this stuff down just a pinch, and we're going to right click and we're going to type blend, and there is a node in here called blend poses by bool. Okay. And so if it's false, actually, you know what? Let's move these back. This is going to have to go a little different. So let's unhook this. We will put this here. So if it's false, then that means you're a dude, right? And we already have the dude animations in here. This is going to be the active value is female, like that. And then what we'll have to do is dupe this. So Control D to duplicate this. And if it's true, we will do that. And now we just simply need to change these over to the female. Okay, so MF unarmed idle ready. Okay, so that will just go here, and that will go here, and then we need a rifle, and that will be this ADS. rifle idle ADS. And then we need pistol idle ADS. Oh, wow. Yep, it'll be that one. Why do them say hip fire? Right, like, have I already screwed the pooch here? Hold on a second. Let me go back in here. These are not supposed to be hip fire. Well, let me open this. Is that actually the hip fire? Yep, it is. Those are wrong. Okay, so let me go ahead, and that might be one of the reasons why this looked a little weird. So let's do MM rifle. Oh yeah, it would help if you spell it right. Rifle idle. This needs to be the aim down sights. And then the same for the pistol. Hey, look at that. I found a mistake that I can fix while we're at it. There we go. Okay, so now when that changes to true, it'll switch. See how that works? And then to me, this is just a little less clunky. I don't know. Maybe it is to you guys too, but to me, it's a little less clunky. So if I press the G key, that is the female idle. And if I press it again, now it's false. That is the male idle. So there is a slight difference between them. Not a whole hell of a lot, but okay, fine. So now we just got to do the same shit for the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to copy this blend poses by bool here. Oh, that was clicking too fast. We're going to copy this. And now we need to go into the, I've got to fix the turns, right? So we can't do that yet. So we'll go into walk run. And wow, this one's going to be fun. Look at all that. God bless America. Okay, so we're going to unhook this. We're going to paste that in here. And if this is false, that means you're a dude, which is what we have implemented already. And then we will plug this up here. And then we get to duplicate every single fucking bit of this. Isn't that joyous? Right, so we go do all this. And we hit Control D. And we'll put this up here. And we'll bring the... Wow, man, this thing just got big as shit. And then we will plug this in here. You know, honestly, this really just ain't even fucking worth doing this, but since I've already got ass deep in it, we might as well. So now we got to go up here and change every single one of these animations over to the female variants, okay? So we need MF unarmed jog, and that would be jog forward. Wow, this is just as clunky as the other way. Okay, so jog forward. And this is the same, jog forward. And then we need walk forward. Which is that one. Yep. And now we need rifle jog forward and walk forward. Let's do jog first. This is going to be a pretty boring stream, it looks like, guys. Okay, so rifle, jog forward. And then we need rifle, walk forward. And then we need pistol, jog forward. Pistol, jog forward. And pistol, walk forward. And save that. Let me just double check these. All right, so we got MF unarmed. Oh, yeah, that's jog forward, walk forward, unarmed, jog forward, walk forward. That's correct. Then we got rifle, jog forward, and walk forward. And we have pistol, jog forward, and walk forward. Oh, that's the directions. That's right. So is that what we did? We just did forward, and now we got to do. Oh, wow. So yeah, that's right. These two are the same. So what we can do here to do a little bit of a shortcut is delete all those. And then this is the same as this, right? So we can take all this and hit Control D to duplicate it. And we will bring this down here. Wow. I don't know. The other way may have been better. I don't know. I don't know. And you know, honestly, I don't care. And I probably shouldn't even be doing this. But whatever. Okay, whatever. What else has everybody got to do on a fine, fantastical Sunday? Nothing. All this for a spit's bit of difference in the animations. Ain't worth it. Okay, and now we got to do unarmed rights. Jog. Jog right. MF jog right. And this will be the same MF jog right. And then we need walk rights. Yep. And then we need rifle. Jog right. And then we need walk right. This is some shit, right? What have I got myself into? This is stupid. Okay, and then we need pistol, jog, and walk right. Oh no. Jog right and walk right. And then we need backwards. Unarmed. Jog. Jog backwards. And that goes here too. And then we need walk backwards. Here. You guys tired of this shit? I'm already tired. I'm already over this. Apple. Jog backwards. And walk backwards. And then we need pistol. Guess what? We're almost done with this part. Pistol. Jog. And pistol, jog backwards. And then walk backwards. Then we got to do the lefts and then we're done. Yay! No, we're not done. We still got to do the aim offsets. We got to do the jumps. What a bunch of horse shit. Okay, and these are left, right? So unarmed jog left. And that goes in two places. Unarmed jog left. And then walk left. Goes here. Go here. Let me compile and save that in case this decides to blow up. Now we need rifle. Jog left. Here. And walk left. And then pistol. That was painful, guys, that part. Left. And walk left. And voila. Now let's go see if there's a spit's bit of difference in it. I'm guessing no. So this is the male. Let's make sure all this stuff still works. Okay, and then we press the G key, which switches us into the gender of the female. So the idle's different. Walk forward. Oh, she's got swizzle in her wiggle. Look at that. Was that fucking worth it? Probably not. Whatever. All right, let's put a gun in the hand. All right, now let's see what the runs look like. Keep in mind, this is still using the male aim offsets. So it might look a little different when we get the female ones in. But she's definitely got swizzle in her wiggle, right? So that, I guess, is the biggest difference. Like if you see, watch, I'll just keep walking forward and I'll switch between the male and the female. So this is female and that's male. There is a difference. Is it worth all that bullshit we just did? Probably not. But there is a bit of a difference. Whatever. Whatever. Y'all quit bitching and just do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the jumps. That won't be quite as traumatic, I don't guess. So, actually, no, because we have to create the aim offsets. So we did all the walk run stuff. The female stuff, let me just double check these. So female pistol walk left, female pistol jog left, female rifle jog left, female rifle walk left, unarmed jog left, female. I'm just checking to make sure these are all correct. Female unarmed walk left, female unarmed jog left, female unarmed walk left, female pistol jog backward, female pistol walk backward, female rifle jog backward, female rifle walk backward, female unarmed jog backward, female unarmed walk backward, female unarmed jog backward, female unarmed walk backward, female pistol walk right, female pistol jog right, female rifle walk right, female rifle jog right, unarmed jog right, female, unarmed female walk right, female unarmed jog walk right, female unarmed jog right. That's correct. Pistol walk female pistol walk forward, female pistol jog forward, female rifle walk forward, female rifle jog forward, unarmed walk forward female, unarmed jog forward female, female unarmed walk forward, female unarmed jog forward, and that's female pistol walk forward, female pistol jog forward, female rifle walk forward, female rifle jog forward, female unarmed walk forward, female unarmed jog forward, female unarmed walk forward, female unarmed jog forward. Okay, so that is correct. And now we can't do, did we already do idle? Yes, we already did idle. Unarmed female idle, idle, and that's female rifle ADS, pistol idle ADS, male unarmed idle ready. Yep. Male rifle idle ADS. Okay, so now we have to go in here and do the jump. So let me get that, and we will hit Control C to copy that. And we will go into the main states and I guess start with jump. So we just simply need to unhook this. And then we will paste in that blend by bool. If this is false, that means you're a dude, which means you do the dude stuff. And then we duplicate this. Do this. And then we switch these, right? So this would be MF unarmed jump. Uh-oh. Are you telling me there's no jumps for the female? Nope. They're all dudes. Imagine that. So, we don't have to do this for the jumps, right? So I'm going to go ahead and delete all that and put this shit back the way it was. So they did not create unique female jumps. And I guess that means there's no female fall loops either, right? Because these are called jump fall. And if you look here, every single animation that has anything to do with jump all has the MM prefix, which means male mannequin. So we don't have to do jump. Yay! Well, that's less work to do. But we are going to have to do turns. And we're going to have to do the aim offsets, right? So I guess we're going to have to take this and we're going to move this down here because this is going to get big. Okay, we'll do that. And now let me go get that. Well, hell, I can just do it here. Blend by bool. And the active value is going to be is female. And if this is false, that means you're a dude, which means you do dude aim offsets. And let's go ahead and plug this back in. And then we get to duplicate this. Control D. And we get to change all this shit to female after we go make the female aim offsets, because those are not made yet. And maybe we do something like that. Okay, let me take 5 here and get caught up on chat. Say hello to everybody. So hello, Oni, what's happening? I have no idea what that name means, so I'm just going to call you M. Do you offer source code when you end? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends. I don't know. I might make this project available for you guys to download if you want it when I get finished with it or whatever. Potentially. Asman, what's happening, dude? John, did you see Epic's stream of Lyra's animation? Yes, I did, and it's still just as fucking baffling and as complicated as it always ever was, which is exactly why I'm building my own, because fuck them and fuck that, and it's too complicated. Why didn't they just put that shit into the third-person template so that you don't have to drag out all that goddamn Lyra shit with it if you just simply want the fucking animation blueprint and build your own you know, weapon logic and stuff? Why didn't they do that? I don't know, but they didn't, and I don't care. So I'm building my own, so fuck them. And rip jump animations. Yeah, I'm not seeing any female variants of jumps, so I guess they just didn't do that. I guess they're close enough to the same that it didn't matter. Okay, so let's compile and save that. And now I've got to go create 2D aim offsets for the female, for the unarmed, for the rifle, and for the pistol. So that won't be too complicated. Probably not. Let's see here. So I can get rid of all the 1D aim offsets because I did not end up using them. So I'm going to delete those. Okay, and now these actually need to be named, right? Because these are now MM, right? That's the ones that I created first, was for the male. So I'm going to put MM. Actually, yeah, MM on these to indicate that they're for the male. And armed. And now we get to, oh shit, why did I click the import button? That's exactly not what I was trying to do. So now we need the MF, okay, and we need the, let's do unarmed first. Are you fucking shitting me? There's no unarmed for the female? Wait a damn minute. Are you fucking kidding me? Did I just sit here and do all this goddamn work for no reason, just for a few animations? I thought that there were female variants for every one of them, right? There were for the forward, backward, left, and right. There's none for the jumps, no female variants of the jumps. And it looks to me like that we are in the aim offsets folder, and the only aim offsets that I'm seeing here are for the pistol, and that's it. Like, even the rifle is using the same ones. So is it worth going in here and making these for the fucking pistol? Surely that can't be true, right? Like, see, it's got a bunch of female emotes. Actually, you know what? Let's just type in MF. Oh, look at that. There's one unique female emote or action, actually, because that's every single one of the actions in the Lyra project. So if you look, there's 55 action animations, but for the female, there's fucking one. Oh my God. And then the aim offsets, if you look here, there's 3 that I've already created. So 95 minus 3, that's 92. There's 92 aim offsets in here, but for the female, there's 15. And it is only for the pistol. There's nothing different for the female rifle, and there's nothing different for the female unarmed. So if we go back here and look at what I was fixing to do here, what I was fixing to do was put in female variants of all these aim offsets when I only need one, right? Because all the rest of them are the same. So if I delete all this bullshit here that I just did, undo every damn bit of that, and we connect this back to the way that it was here, then that means, what does that mean? That means that the only one that is going to be different is this one. So we will do a blend by bool here. And if this is false, it's a dude. Active value is female. And we will put this into the pistol. That means I'm only going to have the pistol. And that will go right there. What a bunch of bullshit. What a dud. This turned out to be a dud. Whatever. Anyway, who am I? What am I doing? What are we doing again? Oh, yeah. Now we can go make that aim offset. So, in the aim offsets folder, we need the MFers. And we need center, center, center down, center up. And we need left center, left down, left up. And we need right center, right down, and right up. We're going to right click and we're going to go to Asset Actions, Bulk Edit via Property Matrix, Additive Settings, and this needs to be Mesh Space, Selected Animation Frame, and we need to direct this to use the MF Pistol Idle ADS animation right there. And then we say File and Save. And then we shall duplicate this pistol aim offset. And we shall rename this to MFer Pistol. Oh yeah, let's put an R and everything else in there. That'll be easy to find. AO EMF Pistol. We shall open this. We delete all the ones that are in there. And we will clear this. And then we will select the MF Idle Pistol Idle ADS. And then we will search for MF Pistol Idle. And we need center, center, center down, center up, left center, left down, left up, and then we need right center, right down, and right up. And then we hold control, and there we have the female variant. Wait, is there not 45s? Tell me they didn't do that. Did they fucking do that? Oh, look at that. There's only male 45s. So what? Do we just put them in there? This was a complete, utter, total fucking waste of time. Oh, wait. Hold on. Something tells me I just got this shit backwards. So, center down, 45. Center up, 45. Yeah, that would have been freaky. Well, hell, that looks like shit. So, I'm taking them back out again, them 45s. That'll have to be corrected a different way. Man, when you come down, look how far them hands come off. Going up, it ain't that bad, but coming down, did I put the wrong animation in there? MF, pistol, idle, ADS, center down. No, that's right. Oh, well. That looks like utter horse shit. But hey, it comes from Epic, right? You know, they make AAA quality stuff. Nothing's ever bad with them. They spend more time scripting bullshit to get around errors that they've made in projects than if they would just do it right the first fucking time. Right? Like all this damn control rig bullshit and post-process anim blue, all that bullshit is to correct errors with the animations that they're using. Do you guys realize that? That's what that is. I get so fucking aggravated and frustrated, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so we put the pistol in here, and that will go here if that's true. And then we need the pitch goes to the pitch, and the yaw offset goes to the yaw. And then we compost that and save it. And that's it, right? Except for the turns. Watch there not even be female turns, right? So now, when you're in the rifle, hang on, let me change gender. When you're in the rifle anims, it's using the exact same aim offset as the dude. Oh, okay, yeah, that looks great. What the hell did I just do there? Somehow that broke. Let me go look at this. Son of a bitch. Oh, well, it's because, yeah, you know, we kind of got to duplicate that and hook this up, stupid. Right? It goes like that. Don't you know how to do anything? No, apparently not. Okay, so when you're unarmed, let me go ahead and hit G. So when you're unarmed and you're doing your aim offset, it uses the exact same one that the dude uses. And you can tell too, because watch. Actually, that's because of the turns. Never mind. So that's using the same aim offset as the dude. And then when you go into the rifle, that is also the exact same aim offset as the dude. And when you go to the pistol, that one is actually different. And that is for the female. That seems like an awful lot of trouble to me. All right, let me bring Chad over here. Would be fun to dig in this project, upload it on your Dropbox. I have a Google Drive. I might put it on there. So this is kind of Lyra setup, but better. No, I wouldn't say that this is Lyra setup, because they use stops and starts and pivots and distance matching and leans and fucking tilts and slopes and all this stuff. What I did was take the Lyra animations out of Lyra, import them into a default third-person template, which is what this started as. I kept the exact same animation blueprint that the third-person template comes with, and I started modifying it to include all the Lyra animations that I wanted to implement, which means I'm not doing stops and starts, I'm not doing pivots, and I'm probably not doing crouch, okay? Because that would be a whole nother set of bullshit that I would have to do. So I'm probably not doing that. And implement the unarmed, the rifle, and the pistol animations. That's all I aim to do. And so I did do it a little differently than I have done it in the past, which is, if we go into, normally I would use a blend space, right? And that would be what would do the idle, walk, and run. Well, in this case, I split the idle separate. So there's a state machine in here, and this idle literally is all the idles. Okay? And then the turns are in here for the turn in place, which I'm going to have to finish this for the female variants of that. But instead of using a blend space for the walk run like I would normally do, I did it this way, which is, you now have just the animation of forward and walking, and then you got one for left, right, back, and all that stuff. Well, by doing it that way, those Lyra animations do not have walk forward left, walk forward right, walk backward left, walk backward right. They don't have those animations. So I hooked up the plugin that comes in Unreal Engine 5 for orientation warping, okay? And so what that does is it allows you to take a forward, a left, or a right, a left, and a backward, and you can now do forward right without actually having a forward right animation. And you can go forward left without actually having a forward left animation. It uses that orientation warping. And the same for backward, right? So you can do back left or back right without it, and back left. So that is what I did differently. Okay? And that's for all directions for the movement. Okay? So hopefully that explains it. But in the Lyra project, they're using all the damn plugins, right? They're using orientation warping, they're using distance matching, they're using speed warping, or whatever the hell it's called. They're using all that stuff. And they're using stops and starts and pivots and turn 180s and all that stuff, and I didn't do it that way. So it's not as complex as Lyra, but it's a whole lot less convoluted, right? Like, what do you really need for movement? Right? What's wrong with that? I don't give a shit about them starts and stops, and when you change directions, it does pivots. But I did actually go through the trouble of putting in the turn in place, right? Like you can, yeah. And the feet still slide a little bit, but who cares, right? It's a game. Who cares? Anyway, we got to go do these. We got to go do these turn animations. So if we look in unarmed and we look for turns, are there female turns? Yes, they are. So we have, we do have. So I've got to duplicate turn left 90. And I've got to duplicate turn right 90. And we have to make some modifications to these. Okay, so I'm going to open this, and I am going to see if I can remember how I did this. Right, so we're going to add a metadata, and this is going to be for is turning, which I already have in here. And then we're going to add a curve, and this is going to be a distance curve. And then we're going to edit the distance curve, and I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm going to put that one at 0, and that's going to go to -90. And then I'm going to hit enter again, and this one is going to go from 0.5 to 0. And then we are going to save it. And then we're going to open the turn right. And we're going to do the same thing, right? So we're going to add a metadata for is turning. And then we're going to add a curve called distance curve. And we're going to edit. We're going to hit enter. And that's going to go from 0 to -90. And then we're going to hit enter. And that one is going to go from 0.5 to 0. And we're going to save it. Now let me make sure that I actually did that right. Damn it. Did I actually? Yep, 0 to -90. Yep, and 0.5 to 0. Okay, yes, I did do that correctly. Okay, so that is for unarmed. Now we need to do the rifle. Okay, so the female rifle, we got to duplicate this. Left, and then we got to duplicate the right. And then we got to go in there and put that same shit in here, right? So this is tedious as hell, but whatever. Add metadata is turning. Add a distance curve. Edit. Press enter. And that will be 0. -90. Press enter. And that will be 0.5 to 0. Save it. And then we do this one. Already did that one, right? So that is that one's done. So we did rifle left. We did rifle right is the one we haven't done yet. Okay, fine, whatever. Add metadata is turning. Add curve. Distance curve. Edit the curve. This is redundant as hell. 0 to -90. Press enter. 0.5. 0. And save. And now we need to do the pistol. So turn left. We dupe. And turn right. We dupe. The reason I'm duplicating these is so I don't mess up the originals, right? And so we'll go into left, add metadata for is turning, add a curve for distance curve, edit the curve, press enter, and that will be 0. negative 90. Again, that'll be 0.50. Save it. And then turn right. This is so much fun. The upshot is I won't have to dick with this again. Ever. Distance curve. Edit the curve. Go negative 90. Enter. 0.5 to 0. Save it. And now we go implement them. So we go back into the master animation blueprint. And we need to go find the turns. So they're in here. And we're going to unhook this. We're going to right click, blend by bool. Blend poses by bool. If it's false, it's a dude. Hook that up. And the is female here. Then we dupe all this. Control D to duplicate it. And this will be for the female stuff. And now we just got to go in here and change all the female. All right, so we're going to type turn. Let's break this down further. Let's go MF unarmed turn, and this is going to be the 91s, right? Those are the ones that I duplicated. So this is going to be turn left 91 and turn right 91. This will be turn left 91, turn right 91, and then we need the rifle. Turn left 91 and turn right 91. And then we need the pistola. Turn left 91 and turn right. Oh, almost grabbed the wrong one. 91. Okay. That should do it. Let's see. So press G to change gender. And now let's see if these turns work. Something seems a little... Something seems a little off with that one. I'll go back and double check it in a minute, but let's go to the rifle. You know what? It's that aim down sights. Idle. Okay, fine. We may change that. because it's got a little bit of a pop in it and I don't like it. Could be because the see that right there kind of looks derpy too. What happened there? See that? Yep, I'm gonna have to go look at some stuff. All right, let me get me a drink here. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? Let's go back in here and let's look at these idles, right? Because I changed these over to be the aim down sights. And it seems as though that doesn't quite look okay-ish. So let's go back to the mail and let's look for the MM rifle idle, and let's do the hip fire, and then we'll go back to the pistol hip fire. And put that back. And now let's go up here to the female. Okay, and we need the pistol idle hip fire. And we need the rifle idle hip fire. Okay, now let's have a look at that again. Okay. Okay, now let's change gender. There's still something funky about that, but I'll look at that here in a minute. All right, now let's go back to the rifle. Oh yeah, that's much better. And then we go to the pistol. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. All right, so that's a lot better. So now let's go look at those aim offsets. And let's see what animations I used for these. So if I look at the rifle, I use the aim down sights. Is there not a hip fire? Yes, there is. There is hip fire. So there's hip fire for the rifle and for the pistol. So I should probably use the same animations for this. Okay, so I don't know. Is that actually causing a problem? Let me go look at that again. All right, so maybe causing him to steep over too much, right? So I should probably use all the hip fires, right? Is what I should do. Okay. Damn it. So now I got to fix all that shit. Okay, so we'll start with the rifle. And we're just going to start over, right? So I'm going to delete all this stuff out of here. And save it. And then we're going to go to here. And we're going to do MM rifle hip. Nope. Idle. Hip. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take center, center, center down, center up. And then we're going to take left center, left down, left up. And we're going to take right center, right down, and right up. Right click, asset actions, bulk edit via property matrix. And that's going to be mesh space, selected animation frame. And I'm just going to type in hip. And we're looking for the MM rifle idle hip fire. That's what we're looking for. Okay, and then we'll save this. And now let's go populate that aim offset with the correct ones. So that was MM rifle. And the additive settings is going to be hip fire. And that'll be MM rifle. MM rifle idle hip fire. And then we need MM idle. Nope. MM rifle idle hip fire. And we need center, center, center down, center up, left center, left down, left up, and right center, right down, and right up. So that one is corrected. And now we need to do the pistol. So we need MM pistol idle hip. Uh-oh. There are no goddamn pistol hip fire. Who fucking built this project? Like, seriously. 0.0 consistency whatsoever. Right? So the pistol animations, the only aim offsets they even have are for ADS. It's the only ones. Okay, so there's nothing we can do for that one. So now let's look for the female pistol. Aim down sights, aim down sights, aim down. So there's no hip fire for that either. Well, what is the fucking point then? Okay, so that's out. As long as it looks okay, who cares? Right, so Okay, that looks okay. Now let's check the female in idle. I love how her feet come up off the ground. Isn't that fantastic? Okay. Now let's go back to the male. And now let's check the rifle. Now let's check the female rifle. Now let's go back to the male. And let's check pistol. And go to the female. And check pistol. Okay. Now there is a couple other little things here that I need to do as a tweak before we finish with this part, call it done. I need to go back into the animation blueprint in here, and all these animations that are in here, I need to check. Let me open this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I need to make sure that they all say for the curve compression that they're using the uniform curve compression. Okay, so I'm going to have to open all these real quick and just take, actually, there also needs to be no root motion either, right? So I need to make sure all the root motion is disabled. Okay, so let me check all that stuff real quick. Uniform, no root motion. Oh, there's one. Uniform, no root motion. Oh, there's another one. Uniform, no root motion. Check these. Uniform, no root motion. Uniform, no root motion. I'm just going to shut up and check them so I won't be so redundant. Oh. Okay, that's got them. Now let's do the turns. I figured some of these was messed up. Yeah, I think I already checked this one. Yep. What a pain in the ass all this bullshit is. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now let's go to, so that done idle and turns. Now we need to go to walk and runs. God have mercy. Fuck me. Oh, this is going to be joyous, isn't it? Oh, I'm clicking buttons and you don't want me to. Well, it looks like the rest of these are done. Nope, nope, not all of them. I see you over there, Adam. Mr. Prone section. Bullshit. I don't do prone. If that one's already set. This has been a pretty boring live stream, I suppose. Watching me click a bunch of buttons. These are the go buttons, right? You got to mash all these buttons to make it go. Only about 50 million of these in here, right? It shouldn't take too long. Now, I'm pretty sure I already did all the dudes, right? So I'm just going to check a couple of them. Yep. Yep. So I think I already had all the guys done. So now we got to open this thing here and hit compress. Ha! Imagine that. Exactly 69 animations. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, never mind. Okay, so now that we've created this big elaborate thingamajig here, now what we need to do is make it where it changes the mesh out, right? So we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. So I put this, let me open these back up here. Okay, let me open this character blueprint. So I put in this little switcheroo here so that we could change it between a male and a female. So now what I want to do is go into the construction script, and we are going to get the mesh here, and we're going to say set skeletal mesh, and we're going to do this, and we're going to use out of the new mesh, we're going to do a select utility here, and we're going to base that on is female, and we're going to get is female, and that's going to be our wildcard index. And what we're going to do is say that if this is false, we're going to set it to the Manny, and if this is true, we're going to set it to the Queen. That way we're not just changing the animations, we're actually changing the mesh too. So now when I press the G key, it not only changes the animations. Wait, is that actually the female? I can't tell. They look so fucking much alike, I can't tell. Let's see. Let me hit Shift F1 and we shall eject. Is that the damn female? That is not the damn female. So what the fucking hell did I just do here? Okay, so if it's false, mannequin. If it's true, Quinn. Well, it's supposed to do it. I don't know. Did it do it, or am I just not seeing it right? I don't think this is working. I don't see no hooters on this. So apparently that ain't doing it. Okay, well, fine. Have it your way. We'll take it out of the destruction script. We'll hit Control X to cut it out of here. And we'll go in the event graph and we'll just fucking do it here then. Right? So Control V to paste this in here. Plug both these up like this. So if is female is true, set it to the queen. If it's false, set it to the man. How about now? Why does everything have to be so complicated? Okay. Seems to be working now. So now we can actually get rid of these two child blueprints. Actually, wait a minute. That's probably what's going on here. Yeah. See there? Of course. So let's set this back to the character master. And spawn in here. Maybe that's what the problem was. I forgot I created those. Oh yeah, great. That's perfect. We got to put the mesh back in here now. Okay, so that will be by default. It'll just be the mannequin. How about now? Would you just do something? And now it switches to the female and the female animations. All right, now let's put that back in the construction script. Actually, let's delete these two child blueprints before I get them confused again. That should have worked. In here. Now let's unhook this for a second. How about now? Nope. It will not change the mesh in the destruction script, which is weird because it should, but I guess not. Fine, it don't have to go in there. We'll just leave it right here. Ain't no difference to me. Okay, and now we switch and it switches. I still don't like how her feet come up off the ground. I think I know why it does it though, right? So the reason that it does it is because if you remember, the only aim offset that was specific for the female was the pistol, right? So when she's doing this aim offset right here, she's using the male aim offset. And when that animation plays, it's different than the aim offset, and that's what's causing those feet to come up. Ain't nothing I can do about that, right? And see, it'll only do it like if let me go back to the female. So in the unarmed, it'll do it, right? Because it's using the same aim offset as the male. Now, if I go to the rifle, it will do the same thing because it's using the same aim offset as the male. Actually, it didn't do it, did it? And then if the pistol, see, she's up off the ground a little bit here with the pistol. Oh, for fuck's sake, does it matter? I get hung up on the details, whatever. Okay, so now we have the ability to switch between the two. And we got two different sets of animations in here now. Kinda, because all of them are not different. She just stuck her foot through the... Oh yeah, that works perfect. Okay, for the win. Oh yeah, that works perfect. Beautiful. Shit. Whatever. I wonder if we can change the color of these characters too. I'm tired of just looking at gray all the time. Let me see. Did they create instances for these guys? Yep, for Manny and Quinn. Sure did. So if we open up this one, can we change the color of this character? Tint. You got white. I guess you just change the tint, right? Is that how you do this? So if we set this to 0 tab, 0 tab, blue. And then for Quinn, change that to what, pink? What's the proper mixture for the color pink? Look, I don't know. We'll make it. We'll just make it that color. Okay. Why did, oh, there it went. Okay, now let's see if it actually changed it. Oh, look at that. Now he's blue. And if we go to the girl, oh, look at that. Now she's hot pink. There. Makes perfect sense. Can we change the color of the glowy bit? Well, I mean, that looks already kind of blue. Oh, you got to turn these on. Well, we're just going to make it solid blue. Okay. 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 Then we will go into Quinn. We're going to use this same color here. Why does that? Why? Why did you do that? Don't do that. Don't tell me what I can't do. And we're going to put this up here. Okay. And then we're going to change that, 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 and that to that. Voila. Done. Ship it. You know, I could sit in here probably all day fucking with this, tweaking it and stuff, trying to get it more better. But I mean, that works pretty good for me. We got all these different animations now. Boy, she really crouches the hell down when she's in that rifle, don't she? That's the animations, right? That ain't nothing I done. See, she don't crouch down near as far with that pistol. It's got to do with it using the same aim offset as the dude. I'm quite sure. Okay. So I think the only other thing that I want to do is put a crosshair on, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't guess I have to, but it'd be nice to at least have a crosshair. I'm not going to put a crosshair. Ain't going to do it. I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm not putting crouch in either. I've already decided. I'm just not, right? I don't find crouch useful in games. Unless you're making some kind of a stealth game where you can crouch and cause less noise or something like that. I don't like them stealth shooters, I think is what they call them. So I'm literally not putting crouch in. Now, I did set this up so it replicates, but the last logic I just put in will not replicate, right? So let's get that set up to replicate. So this will be 720 by 512. Okay, and then we will go back here, set this to 2 players, net mode as listen server, and new editor windows. Yep. And let's get the switching of the gender to replicate, and all the other stuff already did replicates, right? We checked that in yesterday's live stream, so that's already done. But the changing of the character will not replicate, right? So if I press G, see how it stays the same on the other screen? We need to fix that. Okay, so in the character master blueprint, we simply need to create a custom event. And this needs to be called server set gender. And this does need to be ran on the server. And we will call that here server set gender. And we need to unhook this here. And the server is going to do this. Okay. And these need to be set to be replicated variables. And then we need to create another custom event. And this needs to be multicast set gender. And that needs to be set to multicast. And the server, we'll call it here, multicast set gender. If either one of these happens, it needs to do that. And then this needs to go here. And that should be enough to get it done. So now, if I press the G key, voila, it changes gender and animations. And if I Alt Tab over here as a client, voila, changes both gender and the animation set. I just kicked his butt. Okay, so that's that. Let me label this stuff here, right? So let's put a comment around this. Swap. Gender. I'm going to let you guys have this too. So when I get finished here, I'm going to upload this to my Google Drive, and I'll put a link in chat, and you guys can have this if you want it. So we'll do that, and this is swap animation set. This is print. Okay, now I don't think I'm going to bother labeling this shit in here. Actually, that right there is horse shit because it does a hell of a lot more than that now. I'll leave that, right, because that's what they put in. Do they really honestly think commenting that shit helps people? I don't think so. Used for turn in place. This is used for selecting direction and setting orientation angle. I think that's what that does. Who built this shit again? I don't know, man. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay, and I'm not. I mean, surely you guys can figure that part out. I'm not gonna try to comment that because I have no fucking idea what it does. No, I'm just kidding. That's pretty funny though. Okay, so now let me save this. And I will upload this and I'll put a link here in chat. Let me go in here and clean up what don't need to be in there. Delete. And then we shall compress this. Now you guys can take this and build the rest of the game, okay? I already did all the hard part. That's funny. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Okay. Now let's go to Google Drive. And let me get rid of the old one, right? So this is like 8 versions ago. Delete. And I'm going to have to upload 2 of these, right? So I'm going to put one here. And then I guess I'll just put it in here. Oh. Well, yeah, I can just put it in here. All right, so we'll put a new file upload here. Yep, so it's going to take 13 minutes. If you guys haven't tested any of this stuff, like, is this folder public? Did I make this folder public? I don't know if I did or if I didn't. Who has access? Yeah, anybody can get in that folder. Okay, so anyone with the link. So I'll copy that. And I will paste that in chat. So you guys can, what that'll do is that'll let you get into this current testing folder. And what you're looking for is the TPS starter zip, right? Now give it a few minutes to finish uploading, but also that same link, you guys can test any of the products that I sell on the UE4 marketplace. Now this is not the blueprints, like you can't get into the project, but it will run an executable file and you can test it, right? Like you can run around and see how my TPS basic plays, so to speak. You can get in there and run around and shoot the bots and all that stuff. But give it 11 minutes and look in this same link for TPS starter. That is this project. So you guys that come here and hang out, you guys can have a copy of that. So if you guys want to start from there, instead of trying to figure out exactly how the hell they did the Lyra stuff, or creating all that shit that I've created over this series of videos, you can start from there, and that will give you the ability to pick between the male and the female mannequin. That will give you the ability to choose which animation set that you want to use, and it gives you forward, backward, left, right, forward, left, forward, right, back, left, back, right. It also gives you a turn in place animation for each animation set. It's got jumps for each animation set and 2D aim offsets for each animation set. So you guys can start from right there and not have to create all that other crap from zero. I will also leave a link to that same Google Drive in the comment section of these videos, of this video. Okay. So I appreciate all you guys that come and hang out. You guys take care. This is John Galt, and we will see you in another video in another time. Have a good one, fellows and fellettes. There's ladies comes around here some. So y'all take care.